Hello, it's me, Lenny, and welcome again to the continuing adventures of Lenny Wanser. Thank you for tuning in to this video. Greatly appreciate it. My last video, I was talking about Aladdin, the new theatrical release of Aladdin, starring Will Smith as Genie. And it kind of got me thinking, as I was discussing it, about other animated films from the House of Mouse that I love, or that we love. And I kind of mentioned Frozen in that video, and I mentioned Aladdin, Lion King. So I was kind of thinking about it as time's been going by, and Aladdin's doing really well, and it seems to be the talk right now. People are kind of divided on it. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people aren't sure. I, again, loved it. I thought it was great. And it kind of got me thinking about other films in the Disney canon. Classic animated films, newer animated films, and one film in particular that I kind of was focusing on is Frozen. Now, we all know that Frozen did very well for Disney. It grossed a lot of money. It created some pretty memorable characters, and the animation was superb. It's beautiful. My point of this discussion is Frozen overrated though? Does Frozen deserve all the hype and all the accolades that it gets? Throughout the whole canon of Disney animated films, are we saying that Frozen is the pinnacle and that Frozen is the bar that all other Disney animated films should be compared to? And my personal opinion, I think not. And I'm about to tell you why. So there is tons of Disney animated films. Some are stellar, some are great, some not so great. And it all depends on your personal preference. Again, there's no right or wrong. If you do like Frozen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't like Frozen, or that you're bad for liking Frozen, or that you're wrong for liking Frozen. It's just not necessarily my cup of tea. And I feel that it's not worthy of all the hype and all the praise that it gets when there's so many other films, especially within the Disney library, that I feel are better. And that's the long and short of it. I mentioned in my last video, and I'll mention again, in case you didn't get a chance to watch that, but definitely check that out if you haven't. It's my spoiler-free Aladdin review. My two favorite Disney animated films of all time. Now, not Pixar, because that gets into a different category where it gets confusing and it can get kind of messy, but my two favorite Disney animated films of all time. It's Aladdin, the original animated version of Aladdin with Robin Williams as the genie. First favorite animated film of all time is The Lion King. I feel like nothing compares to The Lion King. I feel, for me, that is the pinnacle. That is the top. And I am very excited and looking forward to Jon Favreau's live action version of it. And I don't think it's going to ruin the story. I'm quite excited, and I have faith that it's going to be well, but you never know. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. So the verdict will have to wait on that, but I'll definitely be talking about that when that film comes out. But I do feel that Frozen is overrated. I don't understand the hype that surrounds it. I don't understand why Disneyland took away the very successful Aladdin show that they had there to bring in Frozen, which was the new flavor of the month. The flavor of the month. Again, if you like Frozen, I'm not saying that you're wrong in your like or your opinion, but to me, Frozen doesn't compare to Aladdin. Frozen does not compare to The Lion King. Now, there are some great things about Frozen. The songs are catchy. And I enjoyed the songs when I first saw the film in theaters. And now those songs drive me nuts when I hear them. There's no other Disney film that I can think of that the songs annoy me when I hear them. They're catchy and they're great, but are they the greatest Disney songs of all time from an animated film? Again, I think not. Are the characters likable? Yes. But I remember the very first teaser trailer I saw for Frozen. That just showed Olaf and I think it's Sven, the reindeer. I could be wrong, but I remember it just had Olaf in it, and he gets his nose taken, his carrot nose taken, and that was all we saw. There was no mention of sisters and Elsa and Anna, and there's it. I don't know when it took that path in that direction, but completely different film came out when it was released. Again, I don't have an issue that it's aimed more towards a female demographic. That's not my problem with the film whatsoever. One of my other favorite Disney films of all time is Beauty and the Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast. I feel Beauty and the Beast is a better film than Frozen. Another one I love is The Little Mermaid. Maybe the story of Frozen is a little bit better than The Little Mermaid, possibly. But I don't think the songs are as good in Frozen. Moana, I think Moana is 800 times better than Frozen and deserves a lot more praise for its score, for its soundtrack, for its story. I think Moana is 800 times better than Frozen. So my issue with Frozen is not that its heroes are female. That's not my problem whatsoever. I'm completely fine with that. I just feel everything about Frozen is kind of overrated. And I just don't understand the hysteria behind it and how passionate people are. At the same time as I'm saying that, I'm going to contradict myself because maybe I do. When people tell me that they don't like The Lion King, I have to remember that everyone's entitled to their opinion. You know, you can't force someone to like something that you like. They have the right to disagree, and that's what's so great about this, and that's what's so great about these forums and these talks that you can have. We can disagree, and we can do it civilly and hear each other out and listen to the whys and the pros and cons to both story. And it's a wonderful thing. That's what's cool about conversation or even debate. If you do it civilly, it could be fun, and you might come away with a different understanding and a different outlook on it. I don't agree in forcing someone to see eye to eye with you, though. So, you know, we can kindly beg to differ. But when someone tells me that they don't like The Lion King, I have to kind of refrain from shouting out, like, how dare you, what is wrong with you, in my mind, but I passionately fight for why I love that film so much. That story, everything about The Lion King is perfect, and I don't think we'll ever have a film like that again, especially, you know, hand-drawn. It's just, it's beautiful. It's such an amazing film. But again, so take gender away. That's not my issue with it. Characters are likable, but I just don't feel that the story is as polished as Moana. I do like the concept of sometimes you find your true love or true love's kiss. Doesn't always have to be in the form of a romantic lead or, you know, in terms of, you know, forcifying people to be together in a relationship in a film. I do like the message of true love comes from family also, because that's very important, and that's a good theme to have, and especially for kids to see and hear on a larger platform such as a movie. So I do agree with that. I don't understand it. The appeal. How are these songs not driving people nuts already? I'm just baffled. So I would love to hear what you think. I would love to hear if you like Frozen. If you do like Frozen, if you can tell me the reason why. If you don't like Frozen, please tell me why. Please feel free to leave comments and let me know what you think about Frozen. Please let me know what you think your favorite Disney film of all time is. Disney animated. Pixar, again, let's kind of stay away from Pixar for now, and we'll get to Pixar a little bit later. What Disney films do you feel have been overlooked? I hear a lot of people say Meet the Robinsons is a bad film. I actually like that movie. I've never heard anyone say it's their favorite Disney film, but it's not the worst Disney movie out there by any means. So please, in the comments, let me know what you think of Frozen. Do you like it? Do you dislike Frozen? What are your reasons for liking or disliking? What is your favorite Disney film of all time? And while you're at it, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Also ring that bell so you get a notification of when I post the latest videos. So thank you so much for giving me your ears again and your time. I greatly appreciate it. And again, if you haven't checked out the last video, please check out my review of the new Aladdin 2019 theatrical live action version of Aladdin with no spoilers. So again, this is Lenny. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back and talk to you guys very soon. Take care of yourself. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Be safe and careful. Be good to each other out there. Take care. Peace, guys. Bye.